Hey guys, welcome to the Grimwade family channel. I hope you're all well. If you're new around here, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications, because a lot of our subscribers are not getting notified when we put out a new video at the minute. And of course, we want you guys to be able to see our videos, so make sure you do that now. And also make sure you hit us up on Instagram, which is at the Grimwade family. So today we're actually going to be straightening the children's hair, and I know a lot of you guys will be like, oh my gosh, how can you straighten their curls? But I thought we would relay to you some of our reasonings behind why we allow the kids to try different styles and what it is we like to instill in our children first and foremost, being that we want them to be happy with who they are as people despite whatever style they might rock. And I think that also gives you freedom to then be able to rock whatever style you want to wear. So I know the girls like it when I straighten their hair, and also Hezzy particularly likes it when I straighten his hair before maybe I cane row it or something, and I'm sure they'll come and let you know why and what their reasonings are behind that. But I'm going to get on with blow drying and then straightening their hair. And I know you guys are going to be like, oh my gosh, it's a lot of heat. I don't do it all the time, but just for some odd occasions, okay? So I'm gonna get Hez to come in first. And you come, mate.
What's up, what's up?
Are you okay?
Yep,
Cool. So Hezzy, I'm gonna obviously straighten your hair. I'm gonna blow dry it, and then I'm gonna straighten it with the straighteners.
Yeah.
And I thought you could share with the Grimwade gang, like, your reasoning as to why you like me to straighten your hair before I maybe like cane row it or what have you.
Okay, yeah. I like Mummy to straighten my hair before she cane rows it because, like, I want it to be long, and I like my hair being long, and I just want my hair to get to I want my hair to get to at least here, and when Mummy straightens
what, shoulder length, yeah?
Yeah, like there.
Okay.
And then when Mummy straightens it, it gets to about there, so I like it, and I like my cane rows to be straight as well. I don't like them when they curl and then they go like that and like go round on each other.
Why do you think it's better for your cane rows to look longer? Or are you saying it's better when your cane rows are longer?
Well, yeah, I like it, and I think it's better, like, on me when my cane rows are longer, because I don't really like it when they're short, because it just looks weird, I think. I think it looks like they're out of place, because they just go and stick in just one place.
They kind of just stand up or don't really sit properly, like, where you want them to sit. I get that. But, I mean, for example, I think my hair looks best when it's like super short. So I have tried my hair with a few curls, but I find the style that suits my face better and whatnot is like super short and with like colour. Okay. So are you trying to say that your hair's better than mine because it's longer?
No.
That's not what you're trying to say. No. You're just like stating what you think suits you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and most importantly, Hez, because there might be some kids out there, for example, who might have shorter cane rows. Yeah. There was obviously a stage when you had shorter cane rows. What would you say to encourage people? Because they might look at you and be like, oh my gosh, Hezzy's hair's longer, I want it like that. What would you say to kind of encourage those kids who might be affected in that kind of way?
No, like, I used to look at, like, some of my friends who had longer hair than me, and I was like, oh, that looks amazing, I've got short hair, and mine doesn't really look that good. But now I don't really, like, feel any way. Okay. I just think, okay, my hair is growing at what pace it's growing at.
Yeah.
So,
because there's still some of your friends who've still got longer hair than you, isn't it?
Yeah.
And are you sitting here, like, envying them still, or?
No. I like the way my hair's come out.
Yeah, and you just, I think what the main point of what you're saying is that you were happy with your hair at what stage it was, and you rocked it in your way.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. That's exactly how Mummy and Daddy would want you to feel, like, as our child. Sorry guys, I'll just let you know, I found that this Twisted Sister straightening cream, I've had it in my cupboard for ages and never used it, and I started using it in their hair the other day, and it really works like a wonder, because my kids' hairs are varying textures. So we've got like coarser hair, like tighter curls, which I would say is more of like an afro texture with Hezzy's hair, which is probably harder to straighten. And then the hairs range from this right up to like European silkier hair with looser curls, which I find is easier to straighten. But this blow dry cream really does help. So, and it's not sponsored, I'm just letting you guys know, because so many of you say, oh, what do you do with the kids' hair? How do you deal with it? And this is some of the stuff that I used to deal with it. So I'm literally going to just put some in his hair. Their hair was freshly washed, and now I'm just putting a bit of I oiled the roots with some Cantu shea butter, and now I'm just going to put that straightening cream in it just to make the blow drying come out a lot better. So I'm going to get on with that now. Guys, one tip that I learned along my journey of like playing with hair from when I was young, guys, that when you're blow drying out hair, definitely, especially when it's curls, I think with straight hair as well, start from the ends and then work your way into the roots, because if you try and go in at the roots straight away and drag that through, it ain't gonna be good for the child's hair or whoever's hair you're doing. Make sure you let me know if it gets too hot or anything, okay?
Okay.
I'm just gonna do it in 2 separate sections now, because that just you've got a lot of hair on this little head of yours.
Yeah.
Or big head, because it's like daddy's, isn't it? Oh, I'm joking, babes. You've got a lot of hair here, so I'm gonna put it in 2 sections so that I can deal with it a bit better.
Cool.
Alright, cool hairs. That is your hair blow dried. And the blow, oh sorry, no, not ready to go yet. And the blow drying really does straighten out Hezzy's hair quite a lot. As much as I say his hair is of course his texture, of course his dad is still English, his dad is white, so it's not full afro hair, so it's not as tight as afro curls would be. But when I was younger, my hair was afro, and it was actually quite long until I decided to twiddle it from the roots and it all fell out. But I used to have my hair blow dried occasionally, and it was still of quite a soft texture, because as much as I'm West Indian, Jamaican, we still have got that kind of, am I allowed to say coolie? I don't know if I'm allowed to say coolie. We've got that kind of Indian texture to our hair. So what I'm going to do now is just split Hezzy's hair into 4 sections and literally just straighten his hair. There's one section over there. That is one there. And that is one over here. I don't have like a preference of straightener to use. These are literally just the latest straighteners that I used to use when I wore extensions. And as you can see, can't straighten my hair these days because it's not long enough. So, I mean, some people will preference, I don't know, GHDs or some really expensive brands, but this is literally a bog standard straightener. I don't even recognize the name of the brand. So yeah, we're just gonna wait for that to heat up, and then I'm gonna go through and straighten the sections. It doesn't take too long. Hez, when mummy comes to straighten your hair, do you get worried that I'm gonna burn you?
No.
No? You trust me that much?
Yeah.
I'm glad. Do you think straightening your hair is something that you might learn to do in the future if you feel like it needs to be straightened? Like yourself?
No.
No?
No.
You always want to have somebody doing your hair for you?
Yeah.
Well, are you going to come back to mummy's house whenever you can, even if you left home?
Yeah.
You come and let me do your hair?
Yeah.
Yes. I always have my baby boy. Mums and their boys. Alright, I think the straighteners should be hot enough now. Yeah, I feel like they should be. We'll see. And I'm going to part a smaller section of that 4 and literally just run the straighteners through it. I tend to do a bit on the ends first because that's like the coarser part, and then just go through to the roots. And there are varying different ways of having your hair straightened. When I was a child, my mum used to straighten my hair with the straightening comb, and I'm sure many of you can relate to sitting on the stool and your parents saying, your mum saying, sit still, and you're like, please, because they used to go so close to your scalp to try and make sure they straightened out them curls, boy. And I definitely got burned once or twice, although my mum was very good at it, but I think it was due to me. It's usually around the ear section, and she goes, sit still, and then I go like that, and then you get a little burn on the top of your ear. But hey, we shall have no burning today. Well, that's one bit straight. And you were saying about the length of your hair. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, I like it like now because it's like, wow, it feels very thin. Yeah, I like it because it's like basically at my shoulder now.
You like the length of it?
Yeah.
But that is probably, like you said, it feels very thin, and that is something that does happen when you like straighten out your hair. Of course, it loses its thick texture because the curls usually make it feel really thick. But I'm not saying it's a good or a bad thing, because I'm not saying thinner hair is bad, but of course with heat you just have to be careful that you don't put heat on hair too often, because then you will end up damaging your hair. But once in a while it's okay. So that is the next section of there done. Now I'm literally just going to go through and straighten every section, and I will show you guys how it all looks once it's all straightened. I think he ends up with like an Andre 3000 kind of look from Outcast. Okay, cool. So that is Hezzy's hair fully straightened now. As you can see, it's not really his style to wear out like this. His hair could do with a little bit of a trim on the ends, but we'll leave that to another day. And I'm literally going to Kano his hair now in 2 and you can see the length is a lot longer than what it was before, and that's what Hezzy likes, because he feels it makes more of a statement. Yeah, so I'm going to cane row it in 2, and then you can see the 2 cane rows at the end, and that's his hair done. Also, what I've found with Hezzy's hair as well, as you know, I'm quite new to cane row, but I find that when his hair is straightened, I find it easier to cane row, and also it stays for longer because he'll wear his do-rag at night time, and it just seems to like stay in place and stay neater for a lot longer. So that's another bit of a trick as to how to not be having to do your kids' hair every single day. Like maybe you want to do it once at the beginning of the week and then it will last. So tip for your parents out there, or grandparents, or whoever's doing the kids' hair. So guys, that is Hezzy's hair finished, and obviously in today's video I've just blow dried and straightened Hezzy's hair, which was the hair of a like coarser texture, and you can see how it's definitely added length to his cane rows. Do you want to feel where your plaits are there, Hez? A lot longer, like where you wanted them to be. Yeah. And I'll say again, guys, like at the end of the day, the main thing that is in you, in your child, they are happy with who they are as a person first and foremost.
Yeah.
But then you can try many different styles because you just rock it your own way. Guys, watch out for me straightening the girls' hair, blow drying it, straightening it in our upcoming videos, because of course all their hairs are of different texture, so it kind of comes out different. But yeah, this was Hezzy's hair, and I hope you liked it. Make sure that you leave any questions or comments that you have in the comment section below. Yeah man, because we always love to chop it up with y'all. That's my American saying right there. Hope you like it. Anyway, this is Hezzy's hair done. We love you guys. Take care. Bye.